Ain't this nice?
All right, you're gonna have to scoot over here, my buddy.
Where?
Alrighty, are you in clear enough?
Yep.
All right. Alrighty. All right, so today's topic is going to be just on what's our favorite gaming console. So we'll just get right into it. All right, Ethan, what's your favorite gaming console and why? Do you like Atari? Do you like Nintendo? Do you like Super Nintendo? Sega Genesis? Sega Saturn? Dreamcast? Nintendo 64? GameCube? The first original Xbox? Xbox 360? Xbox One? Xbox X Series? PlayStation? PlayStation 1? PlayStation 2? PlayStation 3? PlayStation 4? PlayStation 5? What's your favorite game console and why?
I would say PlayStation.
Yeah, which one?
I think 4, but I'm also getting used to the 5. But
Yeah.
all I have right now is I think a Series S.
Yeah.
The Xbox Series S. I think that was the only one I was able to get.
Yeah.
And it's nice. I mean, I love it. It's just I grew up playing the PS4
Yeah.
when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
I think when the PS4 came out when I was like 4.
Yeah.
That's when it first came out.
Yep.
So a lot of my cousins, when they first bought it, I would always play on it.
Yeah.
It was one of the most newest ones back then. I was like 5, 6,
Mhm.
and it was still new.
Mhm.
So it was very, very nice, and it had a lot of good games. Like GTA 5. They had also, I think, let me think. They also had Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite came around. They also had Call of Duty 3,
Mhm. Yep.
Black Ops 3.
Yep.
And just a bunch of random games like 2K something.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Yep.
And then I grew up playing the PS4, but I had multiple consoles because this one guy had a bunch of them, and he used to stay with us, and I think his name was Derek. He was with my mom for a little bit, and he let me use one like his PS4. And then when he left, he gave me his PS2. He had a PS2,
Mhm.
and it had a lot of good games like Warriors. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
It had that, and then also had this one game. I'm surprised he had was Manhunt.
Mm.
It's a very old game, but it's illegal in like a lot of countries. It's very hard to come by. You can't even buy it in stores or even online. You
Yeah.
had to literally get it from someone.
Yeah.
And and then that's the only 2 games he had.
Mhm.
But I think it's he also had had a PS3. He had he bought it, and it was a PS3. It was that old console.
Cool.
And I actually love that console because he also bought a lot of good games with it. Like I think it was World at War. Have you heard of that? Like a Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty Black Ops 1, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Those were the only 3 games he bought.
Yeah.
And then he also...
Yeah, but what's your favorite console and why though?
I would say the PS4 because I grew up with it, and it has a lot of games on it, and there's a lot of good games, especially with Black Ops 3. And they said it was one of the best Call of Duties of the year.
Yeah, Black Ops 3 was pretty good. I liked it because it had like 15 zombie maps on there. You can go to the moon. I used to love that one. I would play that one a lot.
Yeah, there's also a lot of original ones like World at War that had the original two maps. Like
Yeah,
I think it was Noxia, Toten, and Baruch.
yeah,
That's what Call of Duty Black Ops 3 had was Baruch the Noxia Toten, which I really loved.
yeah,
And
yep,
I think Black Ops 1 also had Kino their Toten, and that was the original one they also had. That's why I
yeah.
love Black Ops 3 because it has a lot of the original zombie maps on it.
Hmm.
But not the original zombie mods on Black Ops 2. It does not have those like transit. There's also the tower.
Yeah.
I think there's also the I actually forgot. Um, I actually forgot how many. There's also the
Yeah.
Die Rise.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
Mhm.
But
Oh, Dead Rise. Is that
yeah,
what
yeah.
it's called, right?
With those tall buildings.
Yeah, and you're fighting like zombies and things like that.
Yeah, very powerful ones.
Yeah.
And that was a good one. I actually used to play that with my cousin because he had one old console he had was a Xbox 360. He had I think Black Ops 2 on it, and
Yeah.
that was fun because it was the very first old console I ever played on.
Okay.
And but yeah, I would say the PS4 because I grew up with it.
Hmm.
When it first came out, I think
Mhm.
I started playing on it when I was like 6 because
Yeah.
my cousin got it.
Hmm.
I think the very first one that ever got it was Yamni.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
he was the first one to ever get. He still has it.
Yeah.
It's very old though.
Yeah.
Because
I have my PS4 still too. I got the original one.
yeah,
Yeah, it's really old though.
he still got it. It's in his room.
I've had it for like 5 years, but I take care of it though. I clean it and get all the dust out of it, and make sure it's running pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty old.
Also another game he also downloaded new games and deleted some. And
Ye-
also on the
I have a hard drive for mine.
what is that?
It's a hard drive so you can save games, so you don't have to use your memory on your console.
Oh, like that little box.
Yeah, it's like a little box. You just plug it right into your console.
So it
Yeah.
can store more things.
More games, more music. Yeah,
Yeah,
anything you want.
I think Derek he had the PS4 and he had that exact same box. But
Yeah, I had to get it because there wasn't that much memory on them PS4s.
Hmm.
You could get like 500 gigs or something like that, and then another one. I think it was like 1 gig or something like that. I forget.
Yeah, but I never really since I had my own console, I never really downloaded much games.
Yeah, because I'm like that too.
Like with
I stick to the certain games that I like.
yeah, even with I think as the Xbox I have, you don't even use discs. It's like downloading. You have to download them.
Yeah, that's called the digital version.
Yeah, I have the digital version, which I kind of don't like because
Yeah.
I also have some DVDs,
Mm-hmm.
and I really want to watch them.
That's why all my systems I always get the disc version ones because like it's cool to have a digital version and have everything downloaded and everything like that. But I like to have hard copies of my discs too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also
Oh, I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
I know. I keep yawning. I'm like, woo.
Um. And I think the only movies I have is Midway and the entire Conjuring series.
That's a good series. I only own a couple of the movies, but
But I have
I can watch them anytime I want on like Xfinity or Netflix or like whatever they're on.
Yeah, but I have the entire series, like Annabelle, the Nun.
Oh yeah,
Conjuring,
yeah.
Conjuring, the 2, 3, Annabelle Comes Home, Annabelle Creation.
I think I have Annabelle and the second Annabelle, and then I have number 1 of The Conjuring, and then I think number 2, and that's it. Yeah, and then I have all the Insidious movies. Um,
That's crazy. They're making a fifth one though.
I know the Red Door or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then yeah, I own so many movies, buddy. It's crazy. You've seen them at my house that one day,
Yeah.
and that wasn't even half of them.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
grandma has a lot of movies though.
I like movies though. It's like it makes I don't know. I when I was younger, I used to collect a lot of DVDs because that's the way we didn't have Netflix and we didn't have HBO Max,
Yeah, and
you
all
know,
the
things like that.
streaming
Yeah,
platforms.
yep.
I think was it my I have a lot of Disney movies in
So do I.
in my room, but guess what they are?
What?
VHSs.
Oh, cool. I don't have a lot of VHSs anymore, but I do. I have Small Soldiers. I have Some Mighty Ducks. I have The Little Giants. I have a bunch of VHSs, but I just don't have as many as I used to.
Yeah.
I used to collect all the Disney ones, bro. I got Indian in the Cupboard.
Oh,
You ever heard of that movie?
Yeah, that's a good one.
So I have Indian in the Cupboard with the case is actually the cupboard that he's in. It's the cupboard, and then there's a key that you can open the VHS with.
Dang,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Next time you come over, I'll show you it.
Yeah.
You'll like it. You'll like it.
Yeah, that's a good movie I watched.
I think that's like a special edition because like I wonder if I look it up. Let me see if I look it up right now. Let me see. VHS Indian in the Cupboard with key and cupboard. That's the one. That's the one I got right there. It goes for $191 on that website.
Dang.
Wow. I wonder how much it'll go for on eBay.
They don't even have it on the regular disc.
That's crazy. I'm like the only one that has 75. That's not the one that I have though. I mean, it looks like it, but it just looks different.
These are crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, mine looks like. That's the one right there, kind of. There's a key for it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool to have though. Just have a cupboard and you put just a random toy in there and it becomes.
Yeah.
Just imagine making Darth Vader come to life.
That would be sweet, bro.
Yeah.
That would be so sweet. Darth Vader or like.
Even Luke.
Even Skywalker.
Or even RoboCop. Bro. Terminator.
Superman or something.
Yeah.
That would be so sweet, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so sweet. All right, what games do you like to play on your favorite console, PS4?
A lot of the games I used to play was GTA.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of anymore, but like it's a fun game. I love it. It's just
Yeah.
I got into more other games like there's this other game I don't think anyone has heard of yet is War Thunder. It's a military game where
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
It's a plane
Mm-hmm.
fighting against another plane and tanks fighting against other tanks and boats fighting other boats and like warships and different stuff from the past. Not like future technology,
Mm-hmm.
but like original, like actual real life aircraft and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there's also different levels like rank 1, rank 2, and rank 3, and it goes all the way to rank 7.
Yeah.
Rank 7 is like jets.
For sure.
It's like new jets, but not like new jets, but like old jets from like 1990s to early 2000s.
Yeah.
I mean, not early 2000s, but like towards 1990s, towards 2000. Or no, the game said, or like someone said, or like the game interviewed, or like showed me the instructions. Said,
Yeah.
The game said it shows planes and jets from the 1930s all the way to the 2000s.
Wow.
Or like to the 1990s or like to 2000.
Yeah.
Because the only jets, the futuristic jets they have is the F-14 and the F-16, which is very old.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Because F-14, that I think that jet has been around for I think since the 1970s.
I would say it might have been like the 50s, 60s, or 70s around there. Yeah.
I think no, I think 1973 is when it was first
Made.
when it was first announced, and 1979 is when it took its first flight.
Yeah.
And I think its first mission, or the only mission I've heard of, was 1981,
Mm.
where they attacked, or
Yeah.
two Su-22s tried attacking two F-14s, and it's
Yeah.
an actual mission
Yeah. Yeah.
or an actual attack. And
Yeah.
I think and the Su-22 is on War Thunder, which I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good jet. And the F-16 Fighting Falcon, that's also a good one.
For sure. So those are the only games that you like on your PS4?
I don't have a PS4,
Mm-hmm.
but like
Oh, you got the PS3, I think.
yeah, and the only
But your favorite console is PS4.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
because I grew up with it, and
Yeah.
then I think the only console I have is the Xbox Series S. That's the only newest console I ever had.
Do you like that, or do you like PlayStation better?
I think I like PlayStation better, but they
Do you
didn't.
like the graphics better, or what do you like better about a PlayStation than compared to an Xbox?
I mean, yeah, I have played on Xbox only a couple times. Like I said, I played on the Xbox 360, and I think I only played on Xbox One a couple of times.
Yeah.
Oh, another console I used to grow up with was a PS2. My dad had a PS2. And
I used to. That's when that's my favorite gaming system.
yeah, that's a good one. Because I used to play. Have you ever heard of this game called Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah.
I used to play that all the time when I
Yeah,
was
Ratchet
little.
and Clank was a good game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my favorite gaming console is PlayStation 2. When that came out, it revolutionized gaming. Like when that came out, Xbox came out, the GameCube came out before, and those systems were starting to revolutionize gaming. Because after the PS2 came PS3 with more graphics, more memory. You can put MP3 on there. You can save movies. HD was starting to come around right then and there. But PS2 is my favorite. Why? Because it came out when I was younger, in my days, like your age, 12, 13 years old, 11.
I think the PS2 came out in
like
1997.
Yeah.
That was when it was first launched. Was 1997.
I think it came out to the United States in like 99 or like 2000 or something like that, though. Yeah, I don't think it came out in 97.
It was launched in 97.
Yeah, it was launched in 97
Right.
from where they made it from.
I think
like
people.
China.
I think they started buying them
in like 2000.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, the PS3. I think the PS3 or the Xbox 360 was one of the very first consoles that have HDMI cords.
Yeah.
That's when the HDMI cord started becoming a thing.
Yeah, it was.
Instead of the AV or the component or something like that.
Yeah, they had like the red, blue, and green.
Yeah. Those were things, especially for plug and plays. Have you ever heard of those?
Yeah.
Those old things that you grab
plug it and play. Yeah, it's called Atari.
Yeah. My grandma has one of those in her storage back in South Dakota. It's like a Pac-Man one.
Yeah, you could play all types of different weird games on there.
Like
Pong, Galaga,
and Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. Yeah. But yeah, so mine is PlayStation 2, and the reason why is because that system came out when I was growing up. And if you had the PS2, man, when you went to your friend's house, you could bring your memory cards because you would plug it into the game system.
Oh, I have one of those. Those memory cards.
Yeah, if you had your games on there and you bring it to your friend's house, you knew the cheat codes and all that. It would be so fun, bro.
I know some cheat codes to GTA 2.
Yeah, GTA, Grand Theft Auto 2, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas. All those Grand Theft Autos were so fun to play when we were growing up. It was like, man, GTA just started like revolutionized. Like you can go around doing missions, and it was just fun, bro. It didn't have online yet, but the gameplay and the story mode and the campaign and
Yeah.
everything was just fun to do. And you could put all the cheats in and everything like that. L1, L2, R1, R2, left down, right up.
I think one cheat code I know is
Yeah.
uh L or like right L L R
L1,
one,
L1, R1, L2, R2, something like that.
and then I pressed square or circle, and then I
Yeah.
pressed all those
The
pointer
direction,
things.
the directional pad.
Yeah, and then that gave me either weapons,
Yep.
special health.
Money.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was just fun
Yeah.
because that the guy the Derek he had a Vice City that's Grand Theft Auto 2,
Yeah.
and he showed me how to do the cheat codes,
Yep.
and those were
It was fun when you could do that. Nowadays, you don't even need cheat codes to do anything for any games anymore. It kind of sucks, actually.
yeah.
But yeah, so I used to like PlayStation 2 a lot, but then my other favorite system probably would be Nintendo 64. When that came out too, it was starting to revolutionize gaming too. When Super Mario 64 came out with the system where you could jump into pictures and do all the levels and everything like that,
Yeah.
oh my god, that game was so fun, dude. So fun.
Oh,
That probably might be one of the best Mario games ever made known to mankind by far. By far. Because like the levels were so sweet, they were hard. You had to do this, you had to do that. It was fun. It wasn't like the original Mario's where you had to do a level and it was just a screen and you would just keep on going. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And you could beat the level. No, it was you jump in, you're in a castle and then you jump into a picture and then you go to that level. And it was sweet because you can, oh man, you could do so many things. But you would have to find the star in every single level in order to beat that level. Like I think you could find like one or two stars or three, but you would have to find a star for sure in order to beat that level. And then you would work your way up to Bowser. Man, the levels got so hard when you got higher and higher and higher. And then they had this level that was called the clock. Oh, it was so cool, man. That level was sweet too. I miss those games.
I think another console I used to play was Nintendo Wii.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Nintendo Wii's a good one because
Yeah.
that's when it wasn't. I think that's when Mario Kart started becoming popular.
Way more popular.
Yeah,
Because it came out with Nintendo 64 way when I was a kid, but and so did Smash Bros. But when it came out for the Wii and things like that, it was getting better because and it actually made the game way more funner because you can tilt the controller to go to turn and stuff like
they
that.
even had wheel attachments.
Yeah, you could hold the steering wheel and it was just fun. I also liked playing like the Wii Sports and like different sports games too because like when you were playing
Yeah.
tennis you can actually swing and hit the ball or
Yeah,
like
even with baseball, they had baseball.
oh yeah,
Yeah, and
Wii Sports for baseball.
yeah,
Yeah, and you could swing.
I used to play
They
that.
actually had a bat too. You could put the controller inside the bat and act like it was yeah, it was pretty cool.
And then it's a good one.
That's a good one right there.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Alrighty, but yeah, Nintendo 64 was really good too because it was like the same thing. You could bring your memory card. You would just have to pop it right in the controller. You didn't have to put it in the system. You could put it right in the controller.
One PlayStation that there was the PSP.
Yeah, that was a good handheld one.
Yeah, but it was like it was where they had to plug in that game. Like one of those old things, one of those old games where you had to, they had like a little kind of like with the Nintendo Switch over there. You had a little memory card, but it was so like bulky, and you had to plug it in. push it in. It was like a little joystick or controller or whatever, and you have to control it.
Yeah, that was fun though.
I feel like in the future, either they're gonna have like digital games, or
Mhm.
they're gonna have like those where they would have like memory cards, and those were the games where
Yeah,
you put in. No more discs. You have to put in that.
yeah, like a cartridge.
Hmm.
That's how it was back in the day. Atari, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, they were all cartridges. None of them were discs. None of them were games. They were all cartridges. And sometimes you had to blow in the cartridge to make it work. You had to be like, and then put it in, shut it, turn it on, and then hope to see if it would work. If not, take it back out, blowing it again, and then it was a hard process, but it was kind of fun doing that
And
though.
I think the only Nintendo console there was with a disc was the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think that.
No, Nintendo GameCube.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo GameCube. The
I,
discs were like this big.
oh
Yeah, they were super small. But it was really, really cool though because like that was the first system that had small discs, and we never seen that before in any console. It was crazy. The discs were literally this big, bro. It's crazy. I used to love GameCube too, though. It was a fun system. They had Luigi's Haunted Mansion. That game came out with Nintendo GameCube. So like, you know how when you buy a system, like it'll have like a game that comes with it, or you know what I mean. So when you bought that, you could buy that game with it. It was so cool. It was cool.
um yeah. I never actually tried Nintendo Switch. Not really like all the time, or like
Nintendo
any,
Switch.
or like not even that, or even the GameCube. I never really heard of those. I only got used to the Nintendo Wii.
That's because you're not as old as Coach. You know what I'm saying? So you never really knew about those systems yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Because those systems were like when I was growing up.
yeah, and those were the ones that Derek was growing up. That's why he had
Yeah.
the Nintendo Wii's, because he grew up with it.
I had all them systems, but excuse me. But they came and gone. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Got old. You know.
but they're still fun.
Super fun, bro.
I
Super
feel
fun.
like sometimes the old consoles have one of the best games.
Yeah, they do. Like, it's weird though too, because like you play a game nowadays, and then if you were to turn on like a Nintendo 64 or like a Nintendo or a Super Nintendo, it would be kind of weird because they're not HD graphics and they're not like a real
Yeah.
gameplay like how they are nowadays. You know what I mean? But they're
Like
still really fun though, bro.
yeah, like even for the Nintendo Switch, they don't even have like Mario, like the Mario games. Like they only have like some of them, like Smash Bros,
Smash Bros, Mario Kart, yeah,
Wii Sports, and
yeah.
stuff like that. I don't really.
I wish they had more like a regular Nintendo game.
Like Super Mario Brothers. They could bring that in.
Yeah, bring that in easily. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
they choose not to.
They choose not to. I hate that they do things like that. You know,
Like you would have to buy a Pacific console to play those type of games.
for sure.
You know what was Mario's first appearance though?
Hmm.
Was Donkey Kong.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, he was. If Donkey Kong would have never existed, then Mario would have never existed.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because his name was Jumbo Man.
Oh wow.
His name was like
Because he got big when he ate mushrooms and stuff like that.
the reason why he was called Jumbo Man because he was a maintenance man or like something like that, and his clothes were switch out. You know how like Mario has like the blue overalls and
Yeah.
the red shirt.
Yeah.
It was blue shirt and red overalls.
In red overall.
Yeah, and he had a blue hat. And his name was Jumbo Man, not Mario, but
That's pretty
Jumbo.
cool actually to know.
Yeah, and then Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong was supposed to be I think he was supposed to be a
You ever play any of the Donkey Kong games
I
for
played
Super Nintendo?
no, but I played Donkey Kong. And then they were.
It's kind of like Mario. You ever
What was?
played Super Nintendo for Mario? Or Super Nintendo, but have you played Mario for it?
I actually never tried a Super Nintendo.
Oh, I forgot. You're a little young. So. But yeah, it's so fun, bro. Super Nintendo is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I only played on Nintendo Wii. That was the only old console I ever played on with.
Yeah.
And then there was also let me think. There was also the I played this one Donkey Kong game. It was like Donkey Kong. It was and you had that little Donkey Kong, and you also had Diddy
Lola,
Kong.
Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong.
Yeah, Diddy
There was
Kong.
also Donkey Kong Jr., but they didn't want Donkey Kong Jr. in his new game, so
Yeah,
they had Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong.
And Donkey Kong was never seen again. I mean, Donkey Kong Jr. was never seen
Yeah,
again.
yeah. I used to love those games for Super Nintendo though. They had Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong 2, Donkey Kong 3. They had Diddy Kong. They had the girl one, and it was man. It was kind of like a Super Mario game where you had to complete the level and things like that, but they got hard. It was man. I kind of miss those games during my days because when we were growing up, we're like, man, what is gaming gonna be like in the future? And now it's here. You know,
And
yeah, exactly.
it's
It's
crazy.
kind of different. You know what I mean?
When I first tried an old console, I'm like, this game is
Crazy.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Because all the games back in the days for like those type of consoles and things like that, they were all really really fun and they had good concept and a good story, but the graphics just weren't the best yet.
they weren't the best, but the storyline, the
Yeah,
gaming experience.
that's what made the game. Yes, exactly.
And besides, back in the day, that's all you guys had, and that's all we. That's I feel like
Yeah,
that was like for you. That was the best graphics.
best graphics we had. Yep, for sure, buddy, for sure. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. For my favorite console is the PlayStation 2. Yeah, I used to love that. I think I'm actually gonna try to get another one, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I already have a PS2
a PS2. Yeah,
with like a little memory card.
yeah,
Yeah, it has
you can
like
put it in there.
yeah, and it has all those like has like memories for the games I have. And, like
Yep.
if you have a game and it has like a storyline on it and you put it. I'm trying to get more games for them, but they don't sell them.
Yeah, they do. You got to go to the retro gaming stores.
Oh,
Yeah, look up retro gaming stores on like Google, and you can definitely find some, bro.
yeah.
Because that's what I do. I know one that's called Punch Out Gaming. They have all retro stuff, even new stuff. It's just they specialize in like all the old systems and things like that. They got Pokemon cards and all type of different
No,
collectibles and games and
when I was younger, I used to collect. When I was like 11, 10, I used to collect Pokemon.
I have a big collection, but not as big as a collection that I used to have when I was a kid. I used to have a whole book filled with just holographics, the best cards possible you can you can get, were just in one book.
So I'm guessing they were the old cards.
Yeah, Charizards and the Zapdoses and the Electabuzz and
Blastoise.
yeah,
and
Blastoise and Venusaur. Yeah, I had all of them, bro.
all the good ones.
All of them. Nowadays, I think I have a second edition Zapdos. I think I have Dragonite. I have a lot of cards. I would have to go through them, but I don't have as many as I used to when I was a kid.
I have a lot of Pokemon, but I gave them to my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I wasn't really into it.
Yeah, nowadays they go for a lot of money, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But one thing that you should not sell them because they're always just good memories.
Yeah.
Because one thing though is the Derek, he had a bunch of Pokemon.
Yep.
He did not sell them.
What?
He gave them to his nephew.
Oh wow.
He didn't sell them. and he also had this card game called Yu-Gi-Oh. Have you ever heard of
Yeah,
that?
I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh too.
And he had two Yu-Gi-Oh cards that he gave to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh really bad too. I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. I had so many of them too. I had a lot of holographics,
I think the very first
and we would always trade them cards, or
yeah,
like try to get new ones, or like sweeten the deal with like 2 for 1, or like 3 for 1, or like yeah, it was pretty cool.
and also I think
I'm so tired today.
the very first card trading card game was Magic.
Yep, sure was. Yep, I
That was
remember Magic. I didn't really get into it though, but I heard it was pretty good though.
yeah.
I never really used it though. I never really got into it.
I feel like the only card games I ever play now is just poker and like Goldfish and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, I kind of miss those days of pulling out the Pokemon cards and battling your friend, or like,
Yeah. My I when I used to collect Pokemon, I had one of those good Pokemons. I had like 10 good Pokemons.
yeah,
Here, I would battle my friends, and I would get so mad when I would beat them
yep,
because we would do this thing called if you beat them, you get that Pokemon.
yeah.
That's what we
That's how it
played.
was.
We played that once, and here I got 20 Pokemon just by
Yeah,
playing.
yep, exactly. Yeah, we would always try to sweeten our deals up. Like, oh, I'll give you this holographic, or I'll give you 2 holographics for that one holographic, or like,
Like two or
yeah,
like one amazing.
yeah, yep. That's exactly how it would go. Alrighty, I think we are gonna wrap it up for today. We'll probably get back on. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up today. We'll get back on maybe a little bit later here. But for now, that's gonna be the end for this episode today. Until the next one, we'll see you next time.
So yeah.